The time has come to make a move. If you want to get into the college football playoff, you've got to win big games right now, and we have a clash of ranked opponents coming up in this one. And the Blazers will kick it away to start us off. Bringing it back. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. So the Alabama Crimson Tide offense will take the field for the first possession of this game. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, Dave.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Unloads to the right. Pulls it in. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. They go to the ground. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Using the quick game, and they pick up just a few on that completion.
Great job by the defense winning those early downs. Now you get them in a predictable situation. 3rd and long. You bring in more DBs, more speed, more fun blitz packages. You get to have a little fun, go get the quarterback.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. So UAB's offense will go to work for the first time. Guys, if you listen closely, I think you can hear the jawing going already between this quarterback and wide receiver. What a matchup, Jesse, it's going to be between those two.
You know, so many people have already been talking about this individual one-on-one matchup, David, and it's going to be happening out on an island all game long. The receiver's got speed, he's got game-breaking ability, catching the football, can climb the ladder. He's going up against one of the best shutdown corners in the game. I cannot wait to watch this.
Yeah, and he's got the speed to stay with him and the instincts, and he's been so great out wide in every game. This is a huge test. This is a...
Turning it on! He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Nice throw, nice catch, great completion on that out route. Sometimes those quarterbacks, when they see that early, they can make that jump and get that pick six. So those are dangerous routes to throw, but it worked for him there.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. The Blazers will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone, make them execute, and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37.
And what a great moment for that young man right there. That's his first career interception in college football. He's a guy that's worked so hard. He wanted to make an impact for his defense this year and comes up with a massive play right there.
Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. It's a fumble. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Running free. Touchdown, Blazers. The defense takes matters into its own hands. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point makes it 7-0.
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Leaves it with the running back. Navigates that mass of bodies and gets 4 out to the 17.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Quickly to the tight end. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it one high safety? Is it 2 high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Really nice penetration by this defense, getting in there immediately, causing the running back to have to go a direction he doesn't want to go. And this defense has started the game so good. Several drives, no points allowed, and setting the tone on this game.
He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. A cornerstone of the Alabama program really throughout history has been be physical, establish a running game.
Great running backs. I mean, not only are you recruiting great players in the offensive line and skill and all over the place, but so many great backs that you can name off the top of your head that played at Alabama, that ran it with an edge, that ran it physical, that always represented that style. And you can see Alabama, they're always going to do this. They're going to establish the run.
Let's see what they've got on second down. From the gun, running back gets to give. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. We'll see what they can do on this drive as it starts at the 8. He'll start this drive going to the air. Makes the catch. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. They're backed up just a little. 1st and 10 from their own 19. Looking downfield on first down. He's got his man. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. short. Unloads to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Handoff to the lone back. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Moves around to clear up the vision. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. They're snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd...
Time to take a shot. And that will fall incomplete, and we have played one. Boy, they tried to end the 1st quarter on a high note to no avail. 2nd quarter's coming. The quarter comes to a close, and UAB is on top. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. Here comes that Alabama offense. They really need to find a way to punch back on this drive, already down 14. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on. And I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Alabama with a ton of ground to cover on this 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He makes the grab. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Fields the punt and tries to help improve that field position. And the returner will be dragged down. UAB regains possession of the Blazer offense back onto the field. They've really sputtered out of the gate, turned it over, punted the last time they had it. We'll see if the 3rd possession is the charm. Off the play fake on 1st down. The throw. Finds his big tight end. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the 1st down.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Tackle is made at the 33. It's about a 5-yard pickup, and that'll be enough for a 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They're going to ride this running back. Knocked down at the 29 after a pickup of 4.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, you can get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Gets the back moving. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Got it in the middle. It's Dingle. Got enough to move the sticks. 1st down from the 17.
Man, it is such a weapon to have running backs that can not only run the football, but can catch it as well. And a nice job there, David, finding the matchup one-on-one with a linebacker.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision there.
Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Gets a nice surge and crosses the 5 to the 6-yard line, a pickup of 3.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could...
And they got him in the end zone for a safety.
Well, the defense could smell blood in the water in that situation, and a great job pursuing, getting to the football, showing you all of that athleticism they have, and they come away with the safety.
UAB has the ball back, ready to send the offense out to go to work. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We move the football down.
Oh, he's got some space. He works his way across the 40-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 41. The Blazers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. A little release to the back. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The run to the left. Makes a man miss.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Blazers with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. Gets it to him on the screen. Dragged down at the 39, but he's got 5 yards, and they'll move the sticks.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
Wants to throw on first down. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. The Blazers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Sends it back in motion. To the air on second down. Throws to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. You can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Brought down at the 37-yard line, and this defense denies them on third down. So he was forced to just take what the defense gave him, and they were able to stop him short of the first down.
And when you're a defense and you get third and long and you know exactly where those sticks are, you set your feet at them, they throw it underneath, I go rally, make the tackle. Perfect third down and long execution by this defense.
Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency, David.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
Keeping it on the ground with the running back. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Firing to the right, complete. They stop him right at the 40-yard line. It's fourth down. Will they bring out the punt team? The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. UAB regains possession of the Blazer offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
He's got an open man. Nice move, create some space. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. The analytics nerds say the goal was at least 4 yards on 1st and 10. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's got him. And that completion good for a short game, but they still have some work to do to pick up the 1st down. And the Blazers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Fires to the middle. It's caught. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
Slants are very tough to cover, but they become way tougher when you got a big body wide receiver like that. It's almost like basketball where he's boxing you out. He gets inside real quick, uses that big body to shield you off. And even if you're playing man-to-man, you just got to get him on the ground and try to disrupt him some way.
We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Blazers have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. On 2nd and goal, he carries again. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Referee signals timeout as the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
2nd quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too, and you're essentially running a 2-point play here, right? You've got a play you practice all week long. That's the play you dial up right here.
4th and goal from the 2. Can they finish this drive? Pushes ahead. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? And the offense will play it safe, take a knee, and head to halftime. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the 2nd half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. UAB has the ball back, ready to send the offense out to go to work. They have the lead to start the 3rd quarter, but I'd imagine ball security was a topic at halftime.
Yeah, and I think you take the lead and you try to stay optimistic with your team, but you also say, guys, if we had taken care of the football, this lead would be even bigger. We might have already knocked them out already, Palmer.
It's just about eliminating the mistakes at this point. You're right. This thing would be over if they hadn't shot themselves in the foot. So ball security, that is at a premium as this game goes on.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the 1st down.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. The Tide crowd rolling noise down on the Saban field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the tight end. Still on his feet at the 45. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the 1st down at the 34-yard line. And the Blazers come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Tight end finds a soft spot. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. Hand off from the shotgun. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. Second half if you're on defense.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. On target. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
Deep to shallow. That's why I have to understand that as a defensive guy. I take away those passes beyond the sticks, and then I react to those quick throws they have to the running back. It's my athlete versus yours. The defense won that battle.
Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, UAB. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call.
Yeah, and that's a nice job selling it by the offense, dropping back, making it look like it's pass. That running back slipping out of the backfield, throwing him the football, getting a dynamic playmaker.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, UAB. Now you know why you do all of those squats, all of those deadlifts, extra time in the weight room.
No doubt. Get that lower body strength so you can just shed people off of you. What a great job smelling the end zone and getting in.
Well, every coordinator has a couple of 2-point plays in his back pocket. Wild one up there. They didn't get it. Let's see how that affects the outcome of this one.
And he'll bring it back. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Here comes that Alabama offense. They'll start this drive going to the air. Fires to the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
This is a tight end that not only is going to play with his hand in the ground, but he can line up in the slot as well and attack the defense vertically. He's too fast for linebackers to cover, and he's too big for DBs to cover. He's a real weapon.
There he goes! Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Gives it on the option. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. The play action fake. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Perhaps a touchdown saving tackle. 17.
No touchdowns yet, but that may change very soon after that long completion by the offense. Really great route, and a nice job of looking that one in. He set his offense up now in the red zone. They're looking to score some points.
Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. 1st and goal and a touchdown here really gives them momentum. tack on one more.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole. He saw it, put his foot in the ground, and that was Pater.
So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. UAB regains possession. The Blazer offense back onto the field. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. Hold it, finds his man on the left. Breaks into the open. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. The Blazers want to crank the tempo.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
Really nice play. When you talk about Alabama and their dominance on defense, especially in recent years, it all starts up front. You have to have disruptors playing on the defensive line, guys that can be versatile and line up at different positions, but create havoc in the backfield. And that's what this guy has been able to do throughout his career.
A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. And the Blazers have this offense rolling. To the air on first down. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Yeah, and he's been throwing it all over the yard, and he's now over 300 yards on the day, so it's been a successful day. Now, 300 yards, I don't know, Palmer, 300 nowadays, that's like what back in the day for you?
That would have been 500. I would have won the Heisman, maybe. It's a big deal today in college football, no doubt. Now, listen, he's in a rhythm right now. He's in a groove. We've seen good decision-making. He's been playing on time, and he's been deadly accurate throwing it. And guess what? This game is far from over.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Now on second down. Back to pass. Throws for the tight end. Complete to the left. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. The Blazers are at the line looking to convert on third and short. It'll be a draw. That'll be enough to give them a first and goal from the 10.
When I think you're seeing the mental approach this offense is taking now, with a nice lead here late in the third quarter, they're satisfied to just run the ball and chip away at this clock. This has been a really good-looking drive. Plenty of plays. They're staying on the field. They're bleeding and ticking this clock away. Nice job there getting it done on the ground.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
That's his second sack of the ball game. That dude is getting after the quarterback offensive. What's my adjustment? First, I'm going to roll out away from him. I'm going to double team him. Let somebody else beat me. Not that guy, because his speed off the edge is killing me.
They stop him short, and we'll have a big fourth down coming.
And now if this offense could go back, they'd be like, throw it away. You know, don't take the sack earlier in the downs, because the scramble now puts you in a good fourth down situation. Interested to see what this offense does, but they got to stay away from those negative plays.
On fourth down, trying to find his man. He's got it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Blazers. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last one.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, Dave.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. So first down, we'll open up the final period. Use the play fake, now to throw. Keeps looking downfield.
And defensively, you've got to know this guy, man. He's got some wheels to him. He'll get outside the pocket. You can't let him outside the cage. Those ends have to do a good job of keeping contained. When you lose it, this is what happens. He can get outside, can scramble, and can get first downs.
Makes the grab. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead. It's late. They're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first down. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Love the play by the defense. They just did a good job understanding where the running back was on that play. After the catch, they're able to make the tackle right away, and now they've set up third down.
Off the play fake. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. This will be the 5th kick of the night. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark it down. UAB has the ball back, ready to send the offense out to go to work. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. After a big gainer on that first play, now they can really go for it on 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew him, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better.
It's Dingle. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chain. The defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the 1st down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Well, that's one the offense would love to have back. That's a play they practice over and over and over. They feel like they can run that play in their sleep, not able to connect there.
Find some fresh air.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be...
Turning it on. Touchdown, UAB. And the stomping has commenced. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. There's a lot of pressure when you have that number 1 beside your name, and perhaps it was the pressure, perhaps it was just one of those days, but that reign is coming to an end. Oh, they're after him. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Here's the pressure. Chucked it away just as he was hit. Oh, what a play. It's intercepted.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds a man in the middle. And he will score. The question now, will it count as we check out the laundry on the field? So that touchdown nullified by the penalty in the red zone. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Had it in his hands, and he dropped it. Thought he had another big play, an interception. He'll have to settle for the PBU. It's 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. It's a draw. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. 3rd play of the drive, and they need to take advantage of this field position by making something happen on 3rd and long. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. And the try is no good. Sure, you don't want to miss the field goal, but a 22-point lead, still feeling good about the way the game's going. Here comes that Alabama offense. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. 4th quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
Here we go. The running back has it. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
This offense is in no hurry, right? Control the clock is priority number 1. I'm going to run the football. I got the lead. I already got great field position, but I'm not interested in scoring right away. I got to make sure I watch that play clock tick down, maximize those seconds, and keep being physical with the run.
And the Blazers line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to power their way ahead. Oh, he's got some room, headed to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, UAB. You see some confidence over there as they're closing in on a Week 7 win.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. A very disappointing performance for the number 1 team in the country. There'll be a new team atop the rankings when they come out next. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. 1st and 10. This time they'll go to the running game. What a cut. Now he's loose. right down the gut of the field. Touchdown time. And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching him.
Yeah, and listen, that is awesome to see the guys continue to fight, continue to keep competing, because this game is over. Like, we don't need to fool y'all. We're not trying to get y'all to stick around and improve ratings. Like, the game's over, but you're continuing to fight. You powered in for the touchdown, and show your kids that we're going to always fight no matter what the score is.
And that is why they're called the Handstand people on onside kicks. Great job jumping on that ball.
UAB regains possession of the Blazer offense back onto the field. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. There he goes. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top.
QB now has over 400 yards passing, guys, and you got to give everybody else in his supporting cast a ton of credit. Receivers, great job running routes, catching the football, and this offensive line has been outstanding, giving him
touchdown Blazers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Tight end now in motion. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. The Crimson Tide a long, long way from the line to gain here on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Got him downfield. They make the stop at the 26, and let's see if they bring out the punt team. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield they couldn't hook up.
And I get it. That's for pride's sake. This game's over. Like, I know you're down and you try to mount drives, and sometimes you even try to get young guys in the game at this point. But now you're just fighting for pride and just letting them try not to get any more points on the scoreboard.
The quarterback takes a knee. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. The quarterback's just going to take a knee.